What's going on around? Ollelito back here with a brand new video on the channel. Today guys, I will be teaching you how you dribble in EFC 24, which spots on the pitch are the best to dribble, to try to use, to maximize, to get some extra space, and then try to use the dribble around the box as well. So I will try to show you the spaces and where is most efficient to use it. So let's just jump into today's video. So, before we jump into me actually showing clips, in today's video, as I said, I wanted to show you guys how you dribble, and it's basically me using the left stick on your controller, because obviously, if you haven't seen this, I actually posted a skill move tutorial up here, and skill moves and dribbling is two different kind of things, because dribbling for me is when you just try to use it like, as I'm doing now on the screen, try to, you know, twist and turn a bit more and try to find some necessary space around the box or a necessary pause to try to break the lines. So, for example, you use the dribbling, as I said, by using the left stick on your controller. And as I previously said, it's maybe used, in my opinion, to try to, you know, get some space for yourself or try to see what the opponent is doing in defense. So you basically just do this by pressing left stick, and I would actually advise you guys to do this 5 minutes every day. Try to, you know, go into the arena here and just try to turn with the left stick to try to feel more comfortable with it. Because obviously, always try to select Mbappe here, so you have like a pretty good striker to turn with, and you will get a lot better by just the left stick dribbling. So, now we jump into the clips. So, before we jump into the clips, I just wanted to highlight the R1 dribbling. It's, in my opinion, probably the most effective way to actually, you know, hide the tempo in attack and make it harder for the defense. So, you just hold R1 and turn with the left stick to be able to perform this. But you see Mbappe, he's getting that kind of speed boost when doing the R1 dribbling. So, try to use R1 dribbling, especially a lot on the wings. And in these upcoming clips, you will see me using it a lot with players that have the playstyle. And I think the playstyle is technical, and if your player has this in gold, as you see on the screen here, for example, with 98 Bukayo Saka, they will be able to form this R1 dribbling in a bit of a quicker way. So that's why I'm trying to find this offensive CM to just have this R1 dribbling. So as you see here in the background, always try to, you know, use this R1 dribbling and try to always practice it, because you will become so much more dangerous in attack if you feel like more comfortable with using it. So now we jump into the clips. So we're going to have a pretty good sequence here. As you can see at the top right, you have my controller on display there. So you will see that I'm not using any R1 dribbling at the moment. I'm just going to use my left stick to be able to, you know, perform quick turns with Graham Hansen in this situation, who is very, very agile. So she turns very, very quick. So just look how often I'm just turning away from the defender and try to, you know, send players. So here, for example, I sent Theo Hernandez. I don't want to play Theo yet. I'm just going to turn a bit with him. And that's dribbling for me, trying to turn into the spaces. The thing is here, with Bellingham, I like Bellingham's technical ability, and he also has technical actually, so the R1 dribbling will make him better. As you see at the top corner, I'm holding it R1, and this is because I noticed that he is not covering the space in between Haaland and Theo Hernandez here. So I'm just going to use R1 dribbling in between here. In the end of the day now, he actually got the ball, but this is kind of the opportunities and kind of the spaces you need to realize for yourself when you get. Because when you have that R1 dribbling, try to use it to just get into space. Try to attack the space with R1 dribbling, and you will get a lot more space, get a lot more opportunities, and get a lot more chances to score or to get easier passes inside the box, or in general, create space on the pitch in general. In the background, we have once again a great chance, and you will see me using the left stick dribbling a lot around the box here. And this is just me trying to see what's opening up, while Montaxer, who is a great player in this year's game, defending. And I know a lot of you guys may be watching tutorials that, you know, people play against, you know, in friendlies, for example, most often when they play against their friends. So it's the friend letting them do this, but I'm playing Montaxer here in a competitive game. So this is what I'm doing against a very, very, very good player, while both of us are tryharding. So the thing I do around the box here is to try to find R9. The thing here then, as you see at the top right corner, is that I'm using my left stick dribbling to try to beat Rudiger here. You can use skill moves as well to try to beat defenders, but I would advise you guys sometimes as well, try to use the left stick dribbling. So you will see how many times I turn here with R9. I'm just going to let it play, and that's because I want to, you know, get something to open up. Once again here, if I see, okay, I can't open up anything, I'm just turning left, right. If we zoom in on Hansen there, you see how many times I'm turning, and that's because I'm just waiting for something to open up once again. So as I said, we're just going to let it play. You see here, zoom in on R9, you see how many times I'm turning with him, like just left, right. Okay, I realize I don't have anything. Then I'm trying to go out on the wing to try to open up his defense. Here again, he's defending this really, really well. I don't really have any options, so the only thing I can do, trying to go left and right to see what opening up. Nothing opens up, then I just need to go back and just recycle and have more patience in general. But that's around, you know, the spaces where you want to use the left stick dribbling to try to open up spaces. Once again, here we have a great clip, and this is going to be me showing the R1 dribbling. You perform this by just holding R1 on your controller. For example, here with Kylian Mbappé, I see and I realize that I have a lot of space. Then use the R1 dribbling in that kind of direction. I'm going towards the space, like downsides here. So we're going to play it back once again, and we're just going to let it play. We actually score from this, and this is because we use the space that we gain with the R1 dribbling, and then trying to find a pass, you know, going forward. And we lose the ball here. I mean, overall a pretty okay attack. Obviously we don't really get rewarded by this green time shot here, even though we do. So we just scored to make it 3-1, but I wanted to show you guys this sequence because this is going to be around the R1 dribbling. So for example here, you see I'm getting into a lot of space here with Mbappé. And you see that if I can walk down sides in towards the lane of Haaland here, I'm sending cross because I want him to make a run, right? So I'm using R1 dribbling here to just, you know, gain the maximum kind of tempo I want in the attack. Then when I see, okay, he's getting close to me, then I find Tony Kroos in space. Very, very good finish again from Tony. But just look how I'm using the R1 dribbling right now. Just taking space. I mean, no one's going at me. When I realize, okay, I can actually play Kroos through, we pass it and we score from it. And that's again because I'm using the R1 dribbling to my advantage. When I see, okay, there's space opening up, then I'm using it. And then when I see someone is close, then I pass it away, take a touch forward, and in general, very good finish from Kroos. But it comes from me using the R1 dribbling. So use that as much as you can. Once again, we're going to actually use the R1 dribbling, but we're also going to use players that have the rapid playstyle plus. So you see at the bottom left, for example, Theo Hernandez has that kind of rapid playstyle. Kylian Mbappé also has it. This like the rocket kind of a symbol that symbolizes the rocket. And the players that has this, they actually get, you know, quicker by flicking the right stick once. So basically you flick the right stick once like this, and they will make a bit of a heavy touch. So look how I'm using the R1 dribbling again at the top right corner. I'm holding an R1, and this is because I'm beating Theo Hernandez, and when I get here, okay, I'm through, then I flick the right stick to be able to, you know, get into that space and try to use it. Unfortunately, I red timed this shot, and I think if I green time this shot, I actually score. But once again, if we go backwards, we switch the play, perfect switch, we have a lot of space, we find Mbappé, and we use the R1 dribbling to our advantage. You see, once again, R1 dribbling just around Theo, just holding an R1. And then when we get to space, we flick the right stick, we get into a lot of space here, we do the perfect pass, just to finish. That's, first of all, lacking power, but also lacking timing. But in general, a great way to use the R1 dribbling, but also to use the rapid playstyle plus, if I'm not wrong. I think that's rapid playstyle plus at least. So try to, you know, combine these two, but that was also me trying to showcase, okay, the R1 dribbling is really good in these kind of sequences, basically around the wing. So once again, using the R1 dribbling to our advantage, and this is a very, very good sequence. You're going to see that I get the ball with Kevin De Bruyne, and use this R1 dribbling as well if you feel like you're getting pressured. You see here, just R1 dribbling around Haaland there. Of course, this is a bit lucky. I mean, the ball goes through De Bruyne, but it also opens up a lot of space. And in general, I should have scored that chance. But even though I'm using this R1 dribbling away here with Kevin De Bruyne from space, if we could zoom in to Kevin De Bruyne doing that, that would be perfect. So again, Haaland, Theo, and then look how I'm using the R1 dribbling. Just away from Haaland, you know? Because it accelerates the tempo, and it's very, very hard for the AI to actually, you know, get close to the player. So that's why I'm trying to use R1 dribbling as well. Turn away from pressure, which is really, really good by just doing the left stick. But if you want to accelerate a bit more and using, you know, the time to your advantage, use the R1 dribbling to turn away and get away from tough spaces. Just like this, you know, and in the end of the day, I mean, you know, De Bruyne is turning away perfectly from Haaland there, and I get, you know, this chance a bit lucky, as I said, but that's because we were using the R1 dribbling to our advantage, and this was also in the middle of the pitch as well. So once again here, we defended pretty well, and this was, you know, a sequence where I wanted to just, you know, show how good the left stick dribbling is here, because he's actually putting me in a very, very tough position. He has Haaland covering, you know, if I want to pass it back, and also I think he's using second man press with Kai Havertz here, and I have the ball with Graham here. And the thing a lot of you guys would do, I think 99% of you guys would panic here and just try to, you know, play to Mbappé or to R9 or, you know, switch side or whatever. But the thing I do, using just the left stick dribbling, no R1 dribbling here, just left stick, is to try to turn, you know. You see how active I am with using the left stick dribbling. I turn away from pressure, and you know, in general, I'm just having a lot of patience when I try to use this left stick dribbling. We switch the play, we automatically have a lot of space. Of course, very, very poor pass there from me, but you see what I mean with just turning away and using the left stick dribbling here with Graham Hansen. And this was also a sequence where I think, you know, you can learn a lot from this by just, you know, be calm. You know, there's not a lot of times where you need to stress here, and in general, be very, very, very patient in a way. You know, just try to turn, just try to see what opens up, and now you know it opens up to the other wing, then I can switch it. But don't try to panic, and try to use the left stick dribbling to also turn away from pressure. But as I said at the start of the video, also try to use it when you're actually trying to get space and trying to get, you know, scoring opportunities. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Leave a like if you really enjoyed it. If you need anything more in terms of tutorials with dribbling, defending, attacking, let me know down in the comments. Love you guys. Thank you so much for the support recently. You guys are the greatest. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, stay humble, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.